Yarite! Yarite! Yamu! Ah, come on!
Let's go, stand up, please. You boys, get up in the line, please. Okay, this team will demonstrate. I want everybody to open up the legs. Okay, one behind the other, one straight line. And the ball has got to go between the legs, all the way down through the legs. And the back man will run to the front. Who's playing computers? You in this team? We better get up and get out of the way. You're going to get run over, love.
Kids rugby, what's it mean to you?
Oh, it's about the future of New Zealand rugby. It's the future of North Shore Rugby Club. The future of every club is the future of New Zealand rugby.
Yes, good boy.
One of the big things within our rugby today is catching and passing. Many of the kids don't know how to pass a ball.
That's good, boy.
From there, going into contact and continuity, presenting a ball, holding the ball up, fighting the fight in the air and waiting for the cavalry to come in and support you, things like that. Defensively, kids learning how to tackle earlier, and I think that the earlier you teach kids to tackle, the better techniques you get later on.
Ready? Step across, help him. That's it, Tom. That's it. Drive.
Teach them the right skills at the youngest ages, they'll become better rugby players later.
Break. Give it to the halfback. Well done, boys. That's a lot of power in there. Those are strong fellas.
When we scrummage, we're like this, but we just don't have our hands on the ground. We have our hands around our mate over here and one around his leg. We didn't really do a lot of scrummaging, but what we did do was all about getting people in a position where their backs are straight, their heads are up as high as we can get them. Keep your head straight, but it's like looking over your sunglasses. And pushing through with the legs, using the large quad muscles rather than using your back as a crane. Why do we have our feet apart, boys? Stability, all right? So, Mr. Coleman, put your feet together. If his feet are together in a scrum and I do this, he's easy to push. Put your feet shoulder width apart. Shoulder width apart, it's hard to move him. Straight back, powerful, strong legs, using both legs, not one leg. Getting your feet planted, getting as many sprigs in the ground as possible, so you got more purchase on terra firma. Stop there. Just sit up now, boys. Sit up. Come in here, young fella. Come in. You've done a good one. Well done. Come in here. Lie down. Watch this young fella. You watch what he does with his legs. Cross your arms. Now lift up. See what he's done with his head? All right. Is that good? Yep. He's done exactly what I want him to do. And you know what that does? It makes his neck very, very strong. That's an area where I think that we don't do a lot of work on, is teaching people how to strengthen their necks in regards to in their warm-ups and in particular in the games and things like that, because most of our excellence for our neck problems are not actually happening in the scrums, they're actually happening in the tackle zone, and that's proper technique being taught. Tackling's huge. The techniques of tackling hasn't really changed in the last probably 30, 40 years. As they just get in here, all right, about there, or a bit there, come there, about that position there, that's when you drive, bang, all right? You're going to drive into him. Don't wait for him to come to you. Drive into him. One-on-one puts you in a position to, it does put you in a position to actually make sure you got your head in the right position. You lead with your shoulder, your same shoulder, same leg. You get the power on to make the hit, wrap with the arms, bear in with the head, when you've wrapped and you bear him with the head, it aids to the power of the tackle. And then you just keep driving him until he falls over.
Good work. Last tackle. Great hit. Tackle of the day.
Yeah, good.
All right.
Many of our players, even at the highest level, you know, they come into a tackle zone and they actually hit the tackler and they just go straight to the ground, whereas the first man to the ball has all rights to the ball, really. He just has to let him go to the ground and goes back down and he's got the ball in the modern rules. Where's that last tackle, boys?
Come back.
Was that last? Who made the last tackle? You and who? Come on. Quickly. What did he do to you?
Defended me.
He fended you.
Yep.
Give me a ball, please. Hold that ball. And okay, you go in and fend him. Try it again, but just slow time. Just okay. What did you do? Okay. See how he done that?
Yeah.
What you've got to learn to do is, you kids, it happens really, really quickly. All right. Really, really quickly as they come in to do the fend. All right. You put the fend up. You got to be able to slap it down, then hit him. All right. And so that's what you got to recognise, and it happens really quickly. If you go too low and he pushes you in the head, he'll push you over. That's why you got to get in really close in here so you can get your shoulder in, okay? You're too far away. That was a beautiful tackle, boys. Now see how we hit him? Yeah. That's what you've got to do. You've got to use your shoulder. I think that we should all learn how to tackle correctly. If we can tackle correctly, we've got less chance of getting hurt.
Now there's a big, heavy forward coming at you. He's going to crunch you if you don't pass it on.
Some kids pass, you know, they pass with big loops in their pass, and something is it becomes a high ball rather than a flat ball straight across the front.
We're wanting the ball to go straight. We're not wanting these big arches. We want it to go straight. So we're receiving the ball. We're starting at our hips. We're moving our hands straight across in front of our belly button, and the ball on.
I stopped. Is that how we pass, is it? So why did you do that here? Come on, we've been practicing passing. Just get it right at the start. If you throw a bad one, it gets worse as it goes along the line. Ball back here, please, quick.
You know, you shouldn't have to cross your hands at the end. If you cross your hands at the end, the chances are you're going to impart spin on the ball, and the spin takes the ball away from the player a lot of the times. And when you can't control a spin ball, that means you're not controlling your pass.
No spirals. That's better. That's awesome. You just got to hit your toe. If you point your fingers like that, that's where the ball will go, if you hold it correctly.
Yeah, you don't like the spiral?
I don't mind the spiral.
But at that age?
But at that age there, if you teach them the right skills at the youngest ages, they'll become better rugby players later.